I always believed love was about trust. I used to tell myself that every time I looked at Aisha and felt calm just being near her. One night, while we were sitting on the couch, I smiled and said, "I feel lucky, you know. Being with you feels stable." She nodded without looking at me. "Yeah. It's good," she said, her voice flat. I noticed it then. Not the words but the pause before them. "You okay?" I asked. "I'm fine," she replied too fast. "Just tired." I wanted to believe her. I always did. Aisha had told me many times, "My past doesn't matter anymore. You're my present." I held on to that like a promise carved in stone. A few days later, she mentioned a name while scrolling on her phone. "Ryan texted today." My chest tightened. "Ryan?" I asked, trying to sound calm. "My first love," she said casually. "He's back in the city." "Oh," I said. I forced a small laugh. "And that's nothing, right?" She finally looked at me. "Of course it's nothing. Why would it be something?" "I'm just asking," I said. "You never talked about him before." "There was nothing to talk about," she replied. "It's ancient history." I nodded, but my mind didn't. That night, I watched her phone light up again and again. When I asked who it was, she said, "Group chat." When I leaned closer, she tilted the screen away. "Aisha," I said softly, "you don't have to hide things from me." "I'm not hiding," she snapped. Then she sighed. "You're overthinking." "Maybe," I said. "I just want honesty." She stood up. "I need some air." I stayed on the couch, staring at the wall, telling myself love meant patience. The next evening, she smiled suddenly and said, "You should hang out more." "With you?" I asked. "With my friends," she replied. "Sarah and Neha. They like you." "That's random," I said. "Why now?" She shrugged. "You're always with me. It's healthy to mix more." I laughed lightly. "Since when did you care about healthy?" She smiled back, but her eyes didn't. "Just trust me." Later that night, Sarah messaged me. "Hey, Aisha says you're bored lately." I replied, "Not really. Just tired from work." Another message came. "We should all hang out. Just us sometime." I showed Aisha. "Your friend is forward." She glanced and smiled. "She's just friendly." "Too friendly?" I asked. "You see problems everywhere," she said. I felt stupid for feeling uneasy. Still, I said, "If something's wrong, tell me." She crossed her arms. "Nothing is wrong. You're the one acting strange." That hurt. "I'm acting strange because I care," I said. She looked away. "You care too much." Silence filled the room. I finally said, "I choose you, Aisha. Every day." She didn't say it back. The next morning, she kissed my cheek and said, "Don't wait for me tonight." "Why?" I asked. "Girls' night," she said. "You'll survive." I watched her leave, that smile still on her face, cold and practiced. Something in my stomach twisted. I told myself I was paranoid, that love meant faith. But as Sarah's name lit up my phone again, I realized something had already changed. And for the first time, I felt like I was being pushed toward a test I never agreed to take. Sarah's name started appearing on my phone more than Aisha's. At first, I told myself it was nothing. One afternoon she texted, "So, how's life with our girl?" I replied, "Good. Busy with work." She sent a laughing emoji. "You always sound serious." That night, Neha added me to a group chat. "Aisha said you get bored easily," she wrote. I frowned and typed, "She never told me that." Sarah jumped in. "Relax. We're just teasing." I showed the chat to Aisha. "Why are they saying this?" She smiled. "You're overthinking again. They're just joking." The jokes didn't stop. Sarah sent, "If Aisha ignores you, we can keep you company." I replied carefully, "I'm not interested in jokes like that." She answered, "Wow, loyal boyfriend." I felt uneasy. I wasn't flattered. I wasn't tempted. I felt watched. Every message felt like a trap. I started taking screenshots, not to prove anything but to protect myself. Neha messaged privately. "Are you uncomfortable?" "Yes," I replied. She paused, then wrote, "I thought so." "What do you mean?" I asked. "Nothing," she said. "Just be careful." That scared me more than Sarah's boldness. The next day, Sarah sent a photo of herself at the gym. "Hard work pays off, right?" I replied, "Please don't send me pictures like this." She sent, "Chill. I'm just confident." I felt my chest tighten. I went straight to Aisha. "This isn't okay," I said, holding up my phone. She glanced and laughed. "Seriously? That's what you're upset about?" "She's crossing lines," I said. "You're imagining things," she replied. You like attention too much. That hurt. I'm asking for respect. She rolled her eyes. Stop acting innocent. I felt small in that moment. Not because of Sarah, but because Aisha refused to hear me. Still, I lowered my voice. I love you. I wouldn't do anything to hurt us. She sighed. Then stop making drama. Later that night, Neha called me. I don't like this, she said quietly. Like what? I asked. The way Sarah's behaving. The way Aisha keeps pushing. Pushing what? I asked. She hesitated. Never mind. Just trust yourself. The call ended, leaving my mind louder than before. Sarah texted again. Why so distant? I'm setting boundaries, I replied. She answered, or are you scared? I didn't respond. Instead, I saved every message. Not because I planned revenge, but because I felt like the ground under me was fake. That evening, I tried one last time with Aisha. If you want to test me, just ask, I said. She laughed. Test you? Don't flatter yourself. So why do I feel like I'm on trial? I asked. She looked away. You're too sensitive. I wanted to scream, but I didn't. I loved her. I believed love meant endurance. My phone buzzed. Sarah again. Late night coffee? Just us. I stared at the message. My hands felt cold. That was the moment I understood. This wasn't random. This wasn't harmless. Someone wanted me to fail. I locked my phone, sat in silence, and realized the truth. I wasn't being tempted. I was being tested. And no one ever asked if I agreed to take it. I stopped replying late at night. That was my first rule. When Sarah texted, "You awake?" I answered, "Please respect my relationship." When she joked, "So loyal it hurts," I replied, "This makes me uncomfortable." Every word I typed felt calm, controlled, and clear. I wasn't flirting. I wasn't teasing. Still, my chest burned. I kept thinking, why do I have to prove I'm faithful like I'm guilty? I saved screenshots after every message. Not to trap anyone. Just to protect myself from lies I could already feel forming. Neha messaged me quietly one evening. "You're doing the right thing," she wrote. "I shouldn't have to do anything," I replied. She sent back, "I know." That single word felt heavier than a long speech. I asked, "Did Aisha tell you to talk to me?" Neha took a long pause before answering. She said she wanted to see something. "See what?" I asked. "How you'd react," she wrote. I stared at the screen, my fingers shaking. "So this is a test?" She replied, "I didn't agree with it." That night, I confronted Aisha. I held my phone out and said, "Read this." She barely glanced at it. "Why are you showing me this?" "Because I've been honest," I said. "Because I've set boundaries." She crossed her arms. "You like the attention." That sentence hit harder than shouting. "That's not true," I said. "You could have blocked them," she replied. "I could have," I said, "but I trusted you instead." She laughed softly. "You're acting like a hero." "I'm acting like your boyfriend," I said. Her face changed. Cold. Distant. "You're enjoying this," she said. "Playing innocent." I felt something crack inside me. "I'm not begging anymore," I said quietly. She raised her eyebrow. "What does that mean?" "It means I won't defend myself against something I didn't do," I replied. She scoffed. "So now you're blaming me?" "I'm saying trust shouldn't feel like a trap," I said. She turned away. "You're twisting things." I went silent. That was new for me. I used to explain, repeat, soften my words. This time I didn't. My silence scared her more than my arguments ever did. She asked, "Why aren't you saying anything?" "Because I've already said enough," I replied. She stared at me, searching for the old version of me. I didn't give it back. Later that night, my phone buzzed again. "Sir." "She seems upset," she wrote. I replied once. "Please stop messaging me." She sent, "Wow. Guess I was wrong about you." I didn't respond. I saved the chat and put my phone down. My heart felt heavy, but my mind felt clear. For the first time, I saw the situation without emotion blurring it. Love wasn't supposed to feel like a courtroom. Around midnight, I woke up and saw light from the living room. Aisha was sitting there with my phone in her hands. "Why are you reading my messages?" I asked. She didn't answer. Her eyes moved fast, scrolling, rereading. "Aisha," I said again. Her hands started shaking. You didn't flirt back," she whispered. "No," I said. "You told them to stop," she said. "Yes." She looked up at me, her face pale, frozen between guilt and jealousy. In that moment, I knew the truth had finally caught her. Aisha threw my phone on the table and shouted, So you think this makes you clean? I looked at her calmly. I think it shows the truth. She laughed, but her eyes were wet. You enjoyed it. Don't lie. I didn't, I said. I felt insulted. She screamed, then why didn't you stop it sooner? I asked you to stop it, I replied. You laughed. Her voice cracked. You humiliated me in front of my friends. I protected myself, I said. She wiped her tears angrily. You're acting like I'm the villain. I never said that, I replied. You decided it yourself. She paced the room. You failed my trust. I shook my head. No. I passed it. You failed by testing me. That sentence changed everything. She froze. How dare you say that? Because I'm tired of defending honesty, I said. She stepped closer. You think you're better than me now? I think I deserve respect, I answered. She started crying loudly. You made me feel stupid. I stayed quiet. Inside, something finally shifted. My heart was still hurting, but my mind was clear. I wasn't angry anymore. I was done. She pointed at me. You pushed me to do this. No, I said softly. You chose to. The door opened suddenly. Ryan walked in like he belonged there. Hey, he said gently. I heard shouting. Aisha rushed to him. He betrayed me, she cried. Ryan looked at me with a small smile. Did you? I looked back at him. No. He shrugged. Things get messy when feelings are involved. I finally understood then. He wasn't here to help. He was here to watch. To enjoy. Aisha said, he thinks he's innocent. Ryan laughed lightly. People always do. I felt calm. Too calm. I see it now, I said. Aisha snapped. See what? I was never your choice, I replied. I was your safety net. Ryan's smile faded for a second. Aisha went silent. That's not true, she said weakly. It is, I said. You tested me because you didn't trust me. You kept him close because you didn't want to lose him either. She shouted, stop twisting things. I'm not twisting anything, I replied. I'm finally seeing straight. Ryan cleared his throat. Maybe I should go. No, Aisha said quickly. That was enough. I picked up my jacket. Where are you going? She asked. Not leaving, I said. Just stepping back. She followed me. You can't just walk away. I can, I said. And I am. She grabbed my arm. Say something. Fight. I pulled away gently. Silence is all I have left. Her voice dropped. You're scaring me. I was scared for weeks, I replied. I walked out and called Kabir. I need to talk, I said. He replied, come over. When I sat with him, he listened quietly. Then he said, you didn't lose her. You lost the version of her you imagined. I nodded. That truth hurt, but it freed me. Later that night, Aisha texted again and again. I didn't reply. I knew she felt it now. The loss of control. And for the first time, I wasn't chasing her shadow anymore. I stopped chasing explanations and started chasing silence. Every morning, I woke up early, went to work, came back tired, and slept without checking my phone. Kabir noticed first. He asked, you okay? I'm better, I replied. He nodded. You're finally choosing yourself. That felt strange to hear. I focused on discipline, not distraction. I didn't post online. I didn't ask about Aisha. I didn't react. That scared people more than anger ever did. One evening, Neha called me. I can't stay quiet anymore, she said. About what? I asked. About Aisha, she replied. She planned everything. I closed my eyes. Planned what? The test, she said. She wanted to see if you'd fail. My voice stayed calm. And if I did? She said she'd know you weren't worth choosing, Neha admitted. I took a breath. Thank you for telling me. She regrets it now, Neha added. I'm sure she does, I replied. Later, Sarah messaged me for the first time in days. I didn't think you'd actually walk away, she wrote. I did, I replied. She told me to flirt. I thought you'd fall. I didn't, I said. I know, she replied. That's why she's losing it. I put my phone down. I didn't feel proud. I felt relieved. A week later, Kabir told me, Ryan stopped coming around. I smiled faintly. Figures. He only liked the chase, Kabir said. And chaos, I replied. That night, Aisha finally called. I answered after the third ring. Please don't hang up, she said, crying. I'm listening, I replied. I messed up, she said. I was scared to lose you. So you tried to control me? I asked. She sobbed. I didn't think it would go this far. It always does, I said. I miss you, she whispered. I miss who I thought you were, I replied. She cried harder. Can we meet? I paused. For closure. When we met, she looked smaller. Broken. I never wanted to hurt you, she said. But you did, I replied. I thought testing you would make me feel safe, she said. Trust isn't built by traps, I said. She reached for my hand. I pulled back. I've changed, she said. I believe you, I replied. But I've changed too. She looked confused. What does that mean? It means I won't betray myself again, I said. She cried silently. I need you. I need peace, I replied. That was when I saw it. The power had shifted. Not because I won, but because I stopped losing myself. As I walked away, my phone buzzed. I didn't check it. For the first time, I feared one thing more than loneliness. I feared becoming the man who ignored his own worth. Aisha asked me to meet one last time. Her message said, please, I need to talk. Just once. I stared at the screen for a long moment before replying, okay. For closure. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't hopeful. I was calm in a way I had never been with her before. When I arrived, she was already there. She stood up quickly and said, thank you for coming. I said I would, I replied, taking a seat. She looked at my face like she was searching for something familiar. You look different, she said. I feel different, I replied. She swallowed. I've been thinking about everything. I'm sure you have, I said quietly. She took a deep breath. I hurt you. Yes, I said. I was insecure, she continued. I let fear control me. I know, I replied. She leaned forward. But I loved you. I loved you too, I said. Honestly. Her eyes filled with tears. Then why does it feel final? Because love without respect is empty, I said. She started crying. I never meant to lose you. You lost me the moment you stopped trusting me, I replied. She shook her head. I wish I could go back. So do I said. But not to fix us. To protect myself sooner. She wiped her face. I don't recognize you. That's because I finally recognized myself, I said. Her voice broke. Can't we try again? I answered gently. If I say yes, I betray everything I learned. She whispered, I can change. I believe you, I said. But change doesn't erase damage. She reached across the table. Please. I pulled my hand back. I'm not angry anymore. That's worse, she cried. I know, I replied. She looked down. You're really done. Yes, I said. She nodded slowly like the word was sinking into her bones. I thought losing you would scare me, she said. I didn't know it would break me. I stayed silent. She looked up again. Say something. I already did, I replied. She laughed through tears. You used to fight so hard. I was fighting for someone who didn't fight for me, I said. She closed her eyes. I deserve this. This isn't punishment, I said. It's consequence. She stood up suddenly. So that's it. That's it, I replied. She hesitated. Do you hate me? No, I said honestly. She looked confused. Then what do you feel? Peace, I replied. That word ended everything. She sat back down, defeated. I stood up, adjusted my jacket and said, take care of yourself. She whispered, I'm sorry. I know, I replied. I walked away without looking back. No insults. No revenge. No dramatic exit. Just silence. Outside the air felt lighter. My phone buzzed once. I didn't check it. I didn't need to. As I walked alone, I thought about the man I used to be. Afraid of loss. Afraid of being alone. Afraid of choosing himself. That man was gone. In his place stood someone calmer, steadier, stronger. Someone who understood that love should never cost dignity. I didn't win her back. I didn't need to. I won something far more important. I won myself.